Hello, my name is Scott Maxfield. I'm the head football coach of Henderson State University. Today we will be doing a video on the overview of the Henderson State offense. Some of the things we will discuss in the video are the overall offensive strategies and terminologies that we use, our no-huddle offense, our play system, and our numbers that we use in implementing the no-huddle offense. Hopefully this will be a benefit to you in your upcoming season. I'll start off by talking about reasons to run the spread attack. One of the number one reasons is to better utilize your skilled athletes. I've been in a lot of situations where I had a lot of good skilled athletes and was not able to take advantage of those guys when we were running a two-back offense. So going to the one-back spread offense, we were better able to get those guys the football out in space and let them utilize their athletic ability. I also feel like it takes a lot of pressure off the offensive line. Most of the time we're going to be dealing with offensive linemen that are not as skilled or athletic as the defensive linemen, so this gives them a better chance to be successful, play in and play out, and to better utilize their abilities. We can neutralize a dominant front seven. Defensive football teams have gotten so athletic and fast that if you get them in a bunched up situation, they're more athletic than our offensive linemen, so by spreading them out, we get better one-on-one matchups and have a better chance of being successful offensively. Running the spread attack, if you can utilize your skilled athletes, it's hard for a defense to simulate it during the week in practice. It's hard for them to get a scout team ready in 3 or 4 days to give the same picture that they're going to see on a Saturday. And the speed of the game is going to be a lot different than what they're going to be used to. It's hard for the defense to disguise coverages versus the spread attack. We can spread them out. We can use different formations where they're going to have to show their hand defensively. Their secondary is going to have to show what coverage they're in a lot earlier. And so it'll be much more difficult for them to disguise their coverages than they would if we were in a two-back set or a two tight end set. It's easy to read the blitz. We go a 3-by-1 or a 2-by-2 set. For them to go to a straight zero blitz and bring pressure on us, we feel like that their free safety is going to have to come out of the middle of the field and he's going to have to cover down much quicker, which should give our quarterback a lot better read on the secondary and be able to check us into a play that will be successful versus any type of pressure that they may bring on us. Spreads the defense out. And this goes back to the same philosophy of easy to read the blitz and keep them from disguising their secondary coverages. We can get them spread out. Hopefully we'll be able to create some one-on-one matchups that will work to our advantage somewhere on the field, and that's what we're going to work towards, is to find the best one-on-one matchup, whether it be a safety on a slot receiver or a linebacker on a slot receiver, where we can utilize our talents and hopefully get the mismatch that we're looking for. These are some of the basic objectives of our offense, and this is something that we try to establish every week. We want to establish a strong running game. Although we're in a spread formation, it's very important for us to establish a strong running game to take a lot of pressure off the quarterback, number one, where he's just not vulnerable play after play, just dropping back, throwing the football. But it also helps with time management on the clock and gives us a little bit more of a physical edge against the defense. We want to master all phases of the kicking game. We want to try to do this where it'll give us great field position, give us a good opportunity to have a short field to work with, and hopefully create some easy points that we wouldn't get just by offense or defense alone. We want to develop a ball control passing game. Our whole passing game is pretty much predicated on throwing short passes, moving the chains, and giving one-on-one matchups with our wide receivers and letting these guys make something happen with the ball in their hand. To be sound on offense, our goals every week on offense are no lost fumbles, no penalties, no pass interceptions, no block kicks, no mental mistakes. Try not to beat ourselves. If we feel like we can do these 5 things, then we've got a great chance to be successful on Saturdays. Our final offensive stats from the '98 season, when we first implemented the spread attack, have really helped us in every category that we really keep track of offensively. Scoring offense, which is probably the number one thing that you look at, we've been very fortunate to average a lot of points. We've led the nation twice in 2000. We averaged 55.9 points a game. And in 2003, we were number one in the nation, averaging 49 points a game. This year in 2005, our numbers were down, but we inherited a program that was a wishbone offense when we got here. So we did make some strides, and it was a team that had thrown for 800 yards the previous year, and we've made a lot of great strides getting our numbers up there. A lot of things that I think are very important is the rushing offense. Although we are a spread team, we've been very fortunate to be a good running football team. In 2003 and 2004, we were 10th and 9th, respectively, in rushing offense nationally. And we feel like if we can rush for 160 or more a game, then we've got a great chance to win the game, and we've done that several times. 3 times we've rushed for over 200 yards a game on average. Passing offense, which really is our bread and butter, we've led the nation in 2000, 2001, 2003. We were 5th in 2004. And then taking over here at this program, we were 21st in the nation this year, going from, I think, next to last in the nation. So we've made some good improvements. Total offense, we were first in 99, 2000, 2001, and 2003, and we were second in 2004. So just statistically speaking, the offense has been very successful, and this is one of the reasons that we keep running the spread attack and trying to implement new ideas every year to try to make it better each and every year. One of the exciting things about our offense is the no huddle that we use. Our kids get very excited about it, using it in practice. We get a lot of reps during practice, and I think this is a great advantage to us. We get a lot more plays run during the week, so we can look at different looks and get things worked out during the week, which gives us a lot more chance to be successful on Saturdays. Anytime you run a no huddle attack, you have to have a system where you can get the plays into the quarterback, and then the quarterback can get the plays to the rest of the players. I'm going to share with you right now our no huddle procedure. After the play is completed, the quarterback will get a signal from the coach on the sideline for the formation and the play. We try to get our wide receivers and our skilled athletes coached up to also watch the signals of the coach to try to go ahead and get lined up as quickly as we possibly can. We want to try to snap the ball with 10 to 15 seconds left on the 25-second clock to keep constant pressure on the defense. This is something that we've been very successful with, getting teams that aren't accustomed to the speed of that no huddle, and gives us some easy plays throughout a game because the defense is not set and ready to go. But it also is very difficult for the defense to simulate that during practice during the week. We will use code words to determine the play to be run. We'll use the city, state, we'll use pro team mascots to decide which snap count we're going to use. As an example, if we're going to run 22 bandit, which is a fake 22 and it's a boot left, or 22 line, we'll use code words for different plays that our players know and the defense will have a hard time figuring out. The one that we've probably used the most for our snap count is Dallas and Cowboys. If we use Dallas, then the first number in the sequence of numbers that we use will be the play that we're going to run. As an example, if we're going to run 22, the quarterback would go Dallas, Dallas, 22-88, 22-88, set, hut. Dallas is the first word in the sequence of Dallas and Cowboys, so we would use the first number being used there. If we used Cowboys, then we'd go Cowboys, Cowboys, 88-22, 88-22. Now the play to be run would be 22 because it's the second number in the sequence, just as Cowboys is in Dallas and Cowboys. I think that you have to get a system that's very easy, that your kids can understand, to get your plays into your 11 guys on the field. But it also has to be complex enough that a defense cannot pick up on it during the course of the game. We will chase our mascots and our teams that we're using from game to game, but we will also use plays that we're using quite a bit as dummy calls and try to get our quarterback to use those as dummy calls where the defense can't pick up on them. And we've been fairly successful doing that. This is the series of plays that we use. We use a numbering system, but we also use some names and code words that we also use. But our offense is broken up into different series. Our first series right here, our 0 through 9 series, is our misdirection series. This helps our players learn the different series of plays, and they can, once they hear these plays, they can start to learn them easier. I think it's easier if you break them up into a series. It's a lot easier to get repetitions and to learn them. So our 0 through 9 is our misdirection series. Our 10 through 19 are our power series, and we use more of a power blocking scheme on these plays, and it's more straight at the defense type series of plays. All of our 20 series is our zone series. We go 20 through 29 right there. We have the inside zone, the outside zone, the shovel pass, things like that we use. But all these are zone blocking schemes. And again, it really helps our kids learn the series of play. They know if it's a 20, then you're going to use a 20. We're going to use a zone blocking scheme. Our 90s is our draws and our speed sweeps. And that kind of goes hand in hand together also. Our 30 and 40 series is probably the bread and butter of our offense. It's our 3-step passing game. We have 10 base routes that we use in our 30 and 40 series. We also implement a 50 series, which is the exact same pass routes, but we use a different blocking scheme because we're now in a no-back formation. Our 30 and 40s basically is any formation that we have. We're going to use a slide protection with that, with the back blocking the end man on the line of scrimmage. It's a gap control system for our offensive line, where our 50s are the exact same routes, but we're now using a big-on-big protection, and the routes stay exactly the same for our receivers. So it's very easy to learn, and we get a lot of repetitions at this also. But this is the bread and butter of the deal. Our 0 is the hitch, our 1 is the out, our 2 is the slant and the bubble, our 3 is the vertical, our 4 is the double slant, our 5 is what we call the go route, our outside receivers taking an outside release running a vertical, and our inside receivers running a quick out route. Our 6 is the smash concept. Our 7 is a route that we only use versus bump man coverage, and it's something that the quarterback would check to at the line of scrimmage. It's an inside receiver fade, and our outside guys are simulating a tunnel screen. Our 8 is our slant and go that we only use if we're running our 2 route quite a bit, where we're going to run the slant, we're going to pump fake, and then we're going to go route off of that. And our 9 route is a turn route, which is a 10-yard hitch. It's a little deeper. We use this route when we have a third down or a second down situation, when we have a little bit longer yardage to go to. Our receivers are taught on the 9 route to go 2 yards past the sticks, and that's where they're going to hitch up on that. We're also going to use a 60 series in this set of plays also, but the 60s we're going to use a cut pass protection, but the routes are exactly the same. Our 70s and 80s are our drop back routes. They're our 5-step drop back routes, and again, we've grouped these into numbers. We've tried to be as close as we possibly can, and we try to teach it as the 0 route is just like the hitch, except it's a deeper route because it's now a 5-step or a 7-step drop by our quarterback. It's a big-on-big protection. We have 3 to 4 different calls for the running back to determine if he's going to stay in and block play side, if he's going to check number 4 weak, or if he's going to check release on the backside. And we use the terms max, flip, and flop to determine, to give the key word to the running back to tell him where to block. Our 70 and 80 is the curl flat combination, which is a good route versus cover 3. We use the 1 is what we call our stick route, which is a ball control tight flood route. Our 2 route, our 82-72 is the dig whip route. Our 3 route, 73-83, is the route that we use to tag any play, gameplay thing that we're going to put in during the week. So if we see a particular route that we don't have in our 10 base routes that we feel like would be really good that week against a particular defense or what another team is trying to do against us, then that's the way that we get extra routes into our passing game, and we will just name it something. We'll name 73 and give it a tag word to go with the route. Our 4 route is the climb. Our 5 is the mesh. Our 6 is the follow route. Our 7 is the shallow. Our 8 is the drive route, and our 9 is the flood. These are the routes that we work day after day, week after week, and our kids are real confident in these routes. And we will run these routes out of multiple formations, motions, and try to get really good at what we're doing, but at the same time give the defense a lot of different looks to try to disguise what we're doing. Our sprint out routes are basically the same numbers as our 3-step routes. These are the routes we use, and we teach them just as the routes we do as the 3-step. The only thing we're doing here is changing our pass protection, trying to get the quarterback on the edge, trying to move our protection where the defense just can't zero in on the quarterback, and try to move the pocket a little bit to get him outside and use his athleticism. But our 1 route is the out, our 5 is the sprint option, our 6 is the smash, and our 9 is the flood route. And again, we rep these routes just with our 3-step routes daily to try to get high repetitions at this. Our screen package, going back, we use code words for most of our screen routes. We felt like doing this, we had so many numbers, we might want to confuse our guys with all the number systems, so we gave them something that's easy to remember. Most of our words are started with the R or an L to dictate whether we're going to the right or the left. River and lake is our quick screen to our widest receiver. 400 and 500 is our quick screen out of a quad set. Rocket and laser is our bubble screen. We'll only throw this if we have an uncovered situation with the slot receiver. And this is something that usually is checked to by the quarterback. It's something that's not signaled from the sideline. 800, 900 is our tunnel screen. And since we run this screen probably more than any other, we have another code word that we go with that is Rambo and Limbo to just try to change it up a little bit where the defense can't pick up on our code words. 33 and 43 boys, our running back screen. This screen is run off of our 30 and 40 protection because we use that protection so much. We want to try to make it look identical to our 3-step routes, and then we come back and throw the screen off of that. Rabbit and leopard is our slip screen to our running back. 600 and 700 is our play action screen where we're going to read the defensive end. We're going to run a swing screen to the right or left and run the tunnel screen back the other way, and it's a read screen for the quarterback. Bear and bull is a double screen, and door is a throwback screen that we run off our sprint out protection. We would sprint out, say to the right, and then we would throw a screen back to the tight end who was backside blocking and try to get a throwback screen to him. The next part of our offense is our actions. Our actions are something that we run off our inside zone, our outside zone, or our power play. We have 2 different actions that we use. We use nakeds and we use boots. If we're going to use naked, then we've code worded that with nasty because we don't want to call naked out in our snap count. Our boot is what we call bandit. So those are the 2 code words that we use for that, and we use flood routes off of that. Our play action is something that we can use off of any run game that we have. Our play action pass protection is identical to our drop back protection, except we have usually 1 or 2 backs in the protection that are going to max protect it. We use our play action to try to get our deep throws in because we're going to use a little bit better solid protection, It should give our quarterback a little bit more time to throw. If people are crowding the ball on us, or if we get a one safety defense, then this is a lot of times that we'll try to run our play action and try to get a home run ball on them. One of the most important parts of any offense, in particular the spread offense, is how you're going to defeat the blitz. I think blitz control is the number one concern of any offensive coach. If you're going to run the spread offense, there's going to come a time where you play a defense that's going to challenge you, they're going to get up in your face, and you better have a way to beat it. If you can't beat it, then you probably need to get back in a two-back offense and try to pound the football. So it's very important that you have a specific plan on how you're going to defeat the blitz. Some of the things that we do and some of the ideas that we have are shallow crosses and pick routes. What we're going to do here is we're going to try to set picks for our receivers on our crossing game, and we're going to use condensed formations or motions to try to create confusion, to give our quarterback a quick read if they are in man coverage, and then we're going to try to set some picks and bring receivers back underneath versus man coverage. We're going to try to throw our screen passes. We're going to try to let those guys blitz, bring them on up the field, and then try to get the ball to either a wide receiver or a running back versus the blitz. We feel like this is a great way to slow down the rush, and it discourages people from bringing pressure at us. The third part of our blitz control is our three-step passing game. We feel like we can execute this against any look, and we feel like we've got the receivers that can beat one-on-one pass coverage, and that's the whole key to the blitz control. You have to have guys that can make plays in a one-on-one situation. But also our three-step game gives us our best pass protection, which allows our quarterback to get the football off without getting hit. And if we get the ball off on our three-step, we should hit our third step and let the ball go, so it'll be very difficult for the defense to get there. And we feel like if we can execute these three phases right here, we have a great chance of not only hitting a big play, but it also will discourage the team from bringing a lot of pressure at us. And from game to game, if they can see that you can beat the blitz, then you're going to see a lot less pressures throughout the season. We try to keep our running game fairly simple. We try to use run plays that are good against all different looks that the defense may give us. We spend so much time on our passing game that we want to be very simple in the running game, but at the same time we want to use plays that we feel like can be very productive. But execution is probably the most important thing to us, and we want to have our rules very, very plain and simple for offensive linemen where they can be successful and we can block all the different looks and fronts that we may see on a Saturday. The first play that we like to run is what we call 4 and 5, which is the dart play. We're going to either pull the guard or the tackle off of a counter action to try to get him up on a linebacker. We use a gap protection with everybody else. The next running play we use is what we call our 28 and 29, which is our outside zone. We feel like we can use this play versus any look. We can get into two tight ends and use different formations to try to get good angles on the defense, but also it gives us a good play to get on the perimeter to give us an outside running threat. Our next play is probably our favorite play in short yardage situation and goal line is 16 and 17, which is the power play. We'll use the power play, and we'll use a lot of different motions and shifts to run the power play. The power play, the way we see it, is we're going to try to kick out the defensive end with either a wide receiver or a fullback. We're going to pull our backside guard, and we're going to try to hit it up into A-gap with our tailback. We're going to get a double team at the point of attack, and we're going to try to crease the defense north and south. The next play is the 18 and 19, which is our veer option. We like to run this out of shotgun, and again, this gives us a play to get on the perimeter. We like our perimeter run plays because as much twist and stunts that we see inside, it gives us a chance to break the defense down and get on the edge with the football very quickly. 18 and 19, we're going to try to pitch off the end man on the line of scrimmage. We try to get it out of the hands of our quarterback. We teach our quarterback to attack the defensive end, to work downhill, and try to kick the football out to our tailback out on the perimeter. Our number one running play is probably our inside zone out of shotgun. We're going to read the backside defensive end with this play. Our aiming point with our tailback is right up the tailbone of the center. We're going to try to hit it right into the middle of A gaps. Our quarterback's going to read the backside defensive end for a give or keep option. We will also use a wide receiver coming in motion at times to give us a pitch back, to give us a true triple option running play. Our next play is the draw. The draw is something we like to use, either a quarterback draw when we're in no backs, or a one-back draw when we're in one back, or we'll actually run this out of a two-back set and lead our fullback lead on a linebacker. We like to fold the A-gap defender in the draw, and this is something good to really slow down the rush as much as we're throwing the football. If we can get teams really rushing hard up the field, then this gives us another play to counteract a hard rushing defensive team. But it also uses what they're taught against them. If they're rushing hard up the field, then it makes it a lot easier on our offensive linemen throughout the course of the game to really slow down the pass rush. The last run play that I'm going to talk about is our speed sweep, which is 98-99. We like this play because it's another perimeter game. Run play, we can get a wide receiver, a handoff, and get him on the perimeter, which gives him another touch throughout the game. And if we have a really fast wide receiver, then it gives us a chance to get him the ball on the edge and get the ball outside against the defense. We can also outnumber the defense on this. We will offset our tailback to the side. We're going to run the speed sweep, which in essence gives us another lead blocker play side in our running game. We're going to start off in our running game with 4 and 5, which we call our dart play. It's a misdirection run play where we're going to pass set one side. We're going to pull the backside lineman. We're going to have counteraction with the running back to try to get some flow with the linebackers. So what we're running right here is 4. We're trying to pass set, try to get these guys upfield. The end comes inside, so we club him. We're gap blocking from the guard back, and we're pulling the backside tackle up to the play side linebacker. This is a good running play against any really front. We always want to go to the lowest technique. Right here against a 3-2 look, we want to try to pull the guard. We're going to pass set the play side tackle. We're going to double team back to the backside linebacker with the center and right guard. We're going to seal block with the left tackle, make sure we don't have any run-throughs, and we're pulling the guard for the play side linebacker. Looking for that crack right there. Good job by the running back. We can run this play from shotgun or under center. Okay, here it is again against a 3-2 look. Okay, we're pass setting with the tight end, getting him upfield. The tackle, his man comes inside, so he has to club him. We're pulling the backside tackle right here up on the linebacker. Going again, seamed them up right there against a 3-3 stack. Okay, here it is again. Nice seam in there inside. Here it is with the back shot. Pulling the backside tackle, getting him up on the linebacker. Get a really good block right here by the tackle. Get a knockdown block right here. Good seam to run in with the running back there. Okay, here it is versus the blitz. Again, we creased them up the middle pretty good right there. Okay, again, we get a 3-2 look. So we're going to pass that. We're going to block down. We're pulling the guard. Going to ace block it back to the backside backer. Right here, we got really good angles on the entire defense. We're going to run it out of 2 backs. Now, we run a lot of power play, our 16-17, with this same look, bringing him in motion and kicking out the end. So we're running the same thing. Now we're going to take a counter step with the back to draw the defense and then counter it back right there. Got a good crease. Okay, same blocking scheme. Nice job up front right there. Okay, this is our outside zone run play, 28-29. We're going to take a little counter action with the back just to try to hold the linebackers. We're trying to get to the perimeter right here. We're going to block down versus a 3 technique if the tackle's uncovered. Right here we're going to block down. We've got a 6 technique. We're going to hook him. We're pulling the guard for the linebacker. Get the cut right there. Get the ball on the edge. Okay, here it is versus a 3-3 stack. So we're going to block down. We're going to pull the tackle and the guard. Don't do a real good job of getting them on the edge right there. But should be a good play versus this adjustment. So right here we should block down. We should have a double pull right here and full zone backside. Here it is against the 3-3 stack again. Good job getting up in there and make 6 or 7 this time. Again, we want to block down. Got good leverage and angles on the defense. He should pull tight right there. We end up with 2-on-1 right there, which is not a good trade-off for us. Okay, here we come outside. There it is, good crease right there. Okay, here we are in a double wing set. Now we're going to run the power play. On our power play, we're going to try to block everything down. We're going to kick out with the wing coming in motion. He's going to block the widest, and we're going to pull the backside guard. We don't do a good job here. We get split right here and get penetration, so the guard has to end up on this guy, which we lose one guy. We still make good yardage right here. This is our number 1 short yardage goal line play. Should be a north and south play for us. We're going to run it over here to the tight end. So now we got a fullback in the game, so he'll be our kick out guy. And we'll pull the left guard up for the linebacker. So we should block all this down. There's the kick out. We're trying to hit this play up in A gap. Okay, we caught them in a twist in the game right there. They ran themselves out of the play. Good thing about this play is it's a gap blocking scheme, so no matter what type of front or look we have, we should be able to execute the play. It's good against any type of movements or twists, which with everything we see nowadays, it's good to have a play that you can go to. All right, this is another way we like to run it. We like to spread the defense out, go 4 wides, and use one of our wide receivers as the kick-out guy. So right here, he's just taking the place of the fullback. If the fullback was in the backfield or out here wide, it's the same difference. So that's our extra guy. We're pulling the guard, backside guard around up in the hole. We're getting a double team at the point of attack to the backside linebacker. We've got the choke block by the left tackle right here. Good hole right there, hitting it north and south. Try to spread the defense out, get them spread out, and run it up inside on them. Okay, here again, we're using our wide receiver as the extra kick out. You see we got them, we're no huddling on them. They're not set, they're not ready to go. Bringing this back in here. There's the gap right there. Good run by the running back. Make 1 miss, 2 miss. Okay, you don't have to, a lot of people don't like to use wide receivers. This is not a real punishing block. It's more of a possession. Just get good position on this guy and wall him off. That's all we're looking for. Now we got a fullback in the backfield, so we're going to influence the defensive end with the wide out. He'll just go to the next widest, blocking it all down, hitting it up in A gap right there, scoring a touchdown. Like to have a play where we can get physical, come off the football, try to go north and south at the defense. Good physical run right there. Again, we're going to bring the wide out in. He's going to be the kick out guy, pulling the backside guard, hitting in A gap, popped it up clean on him. So we're going to block all this down, block the center back, kick out with the wide out, pull the backside guard, choke block it with the backside tackle. Backside tackle is trying to prevent any type of run-throughs or penetration. Okay, again, we're going to use the wide out to influence. Kicking out with the fullback. It's a great job right here by the right offensive tackle going to the backside backer. Really cleaned it up nicely. Great block here by the right tackle. Knocks the guy helmet off right there. Okay, here it is versus a 3-2 look, 3-3 stack. Good power run right there, falling forward. Okay, here we are in a double wing set again, running the same thing, running power. Just trying to move the pile. There's a good look at it from the back. Influence out, double team down. Really didn't have anybody right there to kick. Running back should have stayed outside. It's a good surge right here. We got the whole short yardage situation coming off the ball. We got a double leader up in there. Now we've got a kick out guy, so the fullback and the guard are going to lead up in the hole. Same situation here, short yardage. Use the fullback and the backside guard as lead up in the hole right there, double wham. Same thing, use the wide out as a kick out and have a double lead. Be a good picture of it. We're going to bring the wide out across to be our kick out. We're going to block everybody down. Use the fullback and the right guard right here to be our lead blockers. All right, this is our option. This is 18-19 option. What we're doing here, we're going to veer block with the play side tackle. We're going to pitch off the end man on the line of scrimmage, just trying to get the ball out of the quarterback's hand. It's basically a toss sweep without having to block the defensive end. Not a very good job of blocking on the perimeter, still made positive yardage. Out of shotgun, we tell our running back to hesitate. We want the quarterback to catch it before he goes. We want to drop step, crossover, stay in a good pitch relationship with the quarterback. Okay, going to go 18 here, pitching off this guy. Good job by the quarterback to turn it up right there. The defensive end goes to the pitch, and then we want to run the football. Okay, we're going to go 19 here. Should pitch off this guy. Okay, he goes to pitch, so our quarterback's going to turn it up. Got one-on-one here with safety. Does a pretty good job of making good yards. Okay, here it is out of two backs. We're going to lead the fullback outside. He's going to arc release. We're still going to pitch off the end. Okay, the end wide, and the quarterback turns it up. Again, we're going to go left, 19. Pitch off the end. We got the fullback as the lead arc blocker. Should have a big play. Fullback misses block. All right, this is our inside zone, 22-23. Using the wide out to come in to block the backside defensive end. Just true blocking scheme, zone blocking scheme. We're going to look to hit it play side A gap for cutback. Like to run this play when we get good numbers in the box. You see we're hitting the cut back here. Good thing about the inside zone, we can run it against all fronts and all different formations. Okay, here we are out of shotgun. Now we're in shotgun. The quarterback's going to read the backside in for give or keep. It's right here. He's going to read this guy. Okay, again, we like to go stack, try to get the defense spread, give us good numbers in the box. Good read there. Again, we feel like we can match up. We can get a hat on a hat, no matter if they twist or make games in front. We should be able to successfully run this run play. All right, here we are with a tight end under center. Okay, here we are against a 3-3 stack with a tight end. Getting a good crease. Shotgun, going to read the backside in. Walking the safety down, probably bringing some pressure. Here we go with our triple option fake right here. We're going to bring a receiver in motion to give us a pitch back off of it. So if we keep the football, then we have another guy that we can get involved with the play. So if the end squeezes hard to the dive, we'll have a quarterback with a pitch back. Again, we're going to run the zone with the pitch back. Okay, he comes up to quarterback right here, gives us a good give read. There's the cut. Three by one set. Again, we have the triple option threat. Opens up the defense a little bit. They've got to be more gap responsibility. Got to play the option, dive, quarterback, pitch. Okay, here's another little wrinkle we have with it. Try to hold the backside in. We'll fake the reverse off of it. Then we can fake the dive and give the reverse, depending on how this guy plays it. He comes upfield. We felt like during the week he would come upfield, so we're just using this to try to hold him a little bit. Three-three stack look. It's one of our favorite plays against the 3-3 stack is the inside zone. Okay, we're bringing the guy in motion. Good crease up the middle. Getting a hat on a hat, just trying to make the running back, put the pressure on the running back, give him a chance to make a play. Good run right here, pops it in there. Keeps his feet. All right, the next play we got here is 26-27. Our blocking scheme is exactly what we use on our power 16-17. We have a three-way go. We can pitch the option to our running back. We have the shuttle pass underneath to the receiver, or the quarterback can run it, all depending on what the play side in-man on the line of scrimmage does. He kind of feathers right here. Probably should have went underneath to the shuttle pass, but he decides to run it. It's been a really successful play for us. So we're going to block power. We got the shuttle pass underneath, the option outside. So if we can get the defense overrunning the play, we can come underneath with the shuttle pass. Okay, we're going to be going 27. So we're going to block down. We're going to pull the right guard. He's going to come underneath for the underneath pitch, running the option to this guy. Okay, we're going underneath right there, the shuttle. Okay, we do consider this a running play. Good read there, reading the end. The end goes upfield, we're coming underneath. Next series we got right here is our draw. Okay, again, this is how we slow down the pass rush. Just a little draw hesitation. We're going to fold the A-gap defender. We can run the quarterback draw or the running back draw. Here it is against a 3-2. We should just block it man on man. Try to use the defense's rush against them. Here we go with quarterback draw. Quarterback was not a great runner. Still made positive yards there. Okay, right here they got a two-man front. Gonna man it up. Good job of finding the seam. Here we go, we're folding the A-gap player. Double folded at both sides. Good run by the running back. Good job there, getting people on the ground, getting the defenders up the field. Trying to run this ball in either A-gap is where we would like to run it. I hope you enjoyed the video that you just watched on the Henderson State University offense. If there's any concerns or questions that you may have, please feel free to give me a call at your convenience to discuss these matters. If not, good luck in the upcoming season, and I hope to see you down the road.